Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Vladimir Dutip. Anne-Marie Green will join me in just a moment. The U.S. Coast Guard says they have made contact with crew members missing from an overturned cargo ship off Georgia's coast. The ship capsized with 24 people on board. 20 were rescued early Sunday before fire forced the Coast Guard to delay further efforts. Meg Oliver is reporting on this from St. Simons, Georgia, and she joins us now. Meg, this is wonderful, remarkable news. What more can you tell us?
A huge sigh of relief can be felt across the area here because dozens and dozens of people have come out to watch this rescue operation get underway. And as you mentioned, Vlad, the Coast Guard has contacted those 4 missing crew members that have been missing since early Sunday morning. Now, just take a look behind me, because what they have to figure out now is how to get these crew members out of this vessel. It's massive. You can see that tugboat right over there. That has stabilized the vessel so it will not sail into the channel, and that is what is really important right now, to keep it stable so these Coast Guard members can get into the hull to extract the crew members. We do know that all 4 of them are from South Korea. Earlier today, we went over to the Seafarers Center, and we talked to a woman there who helped with the other crew members who were rescued on Sunday. She said that they were in good spirits. She said many of them were Filipinos, some others were South Korean as well. And there was a female crew member on board, which she said is highly unusual in this type of a situation. But again, we have been watching this rescue process underway now, and we know that our local affiliate from Jacksonville, WJAX, they've got a helicopter shot possibly above here, just to give you a better perspective. As you can see, this vessel is nearly 2 football fields in length. It is huge. The water behind me, Vlad, is about 30 to 40 feet deep, so they expect that the vessel is resting on the sea floor. This rescue operation is moving a lot faster than a lot of people expected, so we are just going to have to wait and see right now as to when the Coast Guard is able to extract these 4 crew members.
Wow, you're right, Meg. We're seeing those images coming into us from WJAX, those aerial shots. The ship is massive. It brings to mind the old 1970s film Poseidon Adventure. It looks very similar to a shot in the movie. In other words, this is something you'd only see on a movie set, but this is real life. And what I find remarkable, Meg, is that the Coast Guard and other rescuers were able to make contact with the 4 individuals that are still inside the ship. Did they say how they made contact? Was it over radio, I'm guessing?
Well, at this point, what we know is that they were sailing around the ship at first, Vlad, to make sure that nobody was in the water. Then they started knocking on the ship, and they could hear sounds and noises coming from the ship. At first, they weren't sure if it was cargo moving about or if it were these 4 crew members. Keep in mind that 4,200 vehicles were on board this vessel when it overturned, so they weren't sure what they were hearing. Fantastic news, as we now know that the Coast Guard has made contact with them, and as we're just going to have to wait and see how they plan to remove them safely.
And I know you'll be following those developments, Meg. Hopefully we'll even perhaps have some good news before the day's end. We'll check back in with you a little later. Thank you, Meg.
No problem.